reporting for the Red Devils Daily, back again to preview one of the biggest games in the United season so far as we take on PSG in the round of 16 of the Champions League. And I, for one, am absolutely buzzing. I can't wait for this. I cannot wait for this. I've been waiting for this game for weeks, honestly. Not only because we've been on such a good run of form, 11 games unbeaten, 10 wins for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, a ridiculous record, really. And we come into this game on such high confidence. But not only that, but we're playing one of the European giants in world football. And even though they're a bit of a wounded animal in terms of injuries, they've got injuries to a few key players, they've still got some world-class players that we're going to have to come up against. And they're coming to Old Trafford under the lights. What else do you want in football? Those are the occasions that we all look forward to. Champions League knockout, under the lights, against a European superpower. What more do you want? And I'm absolutely buzzing for it. And you know what? I'm feeling quite confident. Yes, of course, as I said, PSG are a very, very good side and not to be underestimated. But with their injuries and also the way we're playing at the moment, I'm just really confident we can get a result. Not necessarily a win, but just a good result against PSG. And especially the fact it's a two-legged affair. You know, a good result at Old Trafford is all we need to take to Paris. We don't want to be behind because conceding away goals, as we've seen in the Champions League, is such a bad thing to do. It sets you up really badly for the second leg. Yes, we go away to the second leg, so we've got the opportunity there to potentially make up the away goals, but it's going to be much more difficult in Paris in a few weeks after the match as well. So, you know, again, it's going to be a very, very difficult match, but ultimately, we have to get the job done at Old Trafford, at least come away with it with a draw, and preferably not letting any away goals, because as I said, it makes it much more difficult if you let in away goals. So we have to just be very, very solid defensively. PSG, obviously they've got the injuries to Neymar, Meunier, Cavani as well is injured. So three really, really key players injured for PSG. Three players who I would have been worried about coming and facing, especially Cavani and Neymar, two of their famous front three, and you know, Mbappe's really on his young shoulders is going to have to carry that PSG team. Yes, they've got Angel Di Maria, and he's going to get a really amazing reception. Not really, but yeah, I mean, hopefully he gets the reception he deserves, and that is booing, cheering, and whistling for the whole 90 minutes. But you know, I think Mbappe really is going to have to carry that PSG side. So we're just going to have to shut him down. And yes, he's got electrifying pace and he is raw talent. He was one of the best players at the World Cup and also has a World Cup medal, which is not really what many of the United players can say, except, of course, for Paul Pogba. And that brings me on to the United team as well. And I think Pogba is going to have to play a massive role in this game. You know, we've seen Pogba come out of his shell in the past few months under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But these are sort of occasions that we need to see Paul Pogba step up and show his world-class status in the Champions League knockout rounds against the big boys. These are the sort of ties that we need to see Paul Pogba perform, and I'm sure he'll be up for it as well. You know, facing the best French club side, you know, in France. If you're not, I messed up a bit, but you know what I mean. You know, Pogba's going to be relishing the opportunity to play against some of his international teammates. But I'm sure he'll want to prove on the European stage how good he really is. But also we've got Marcus Rashford returning to the side. A few rumours saying potentially he might be out of the team, but he's going to be the key as well, making those runs in behind. And I think it'll be very, very difficult for him, especially with a very, very solid defence that PSG have. Rashford is going to have to run his heart out all night, making those runs. And when he does get the opportunity, we have to take it. This is not league football against Fulham, where if you miss an opportunity, you'll get, 10 or 11 more. This is PSG. We might only get 3 or 4, or even less, meaningful opportunities in the game. So when we get the opportunities, we have to take them. We have to be ruthless. We have to be clinical. And if we're not that, then we don't have any hope in getting a result. So Rashford, Martial potentially, Lingard as well, is what I'm hoping the front three is going to be. But we could see, Alexis Sanchez in there as well. Those guys up front have to be clinical. They have to go in there and do the job. When they get the opportunity, when they're in front of goal, they have to be ice cool. And I've got all the faith they will be. I've got all the faith they will be. As I said, the midfield three, for me, I'm going to predict is Matic, Pogba and Herrera. They have been a tank of a midfield three so far for us, and they need to be continuing their consistent performances if they are gonna, if we are gonna win this game against PSG. And then our defence, I'm hoping for Bayern Lindelof coming back into the side. Ashley Young probably will come in at right back, Luke Shaw at left back, and David De Gea. I tell you what, in the Champions League, if we're gonna get anywhere, David De Gea is going to have another blinder. So, yeah, that's my predicted lineup with Martial, Lingard and Rashford up front. Leave your thoughts on the game, guys, and prediction. My score prediction before we end it is a 2-1 win to Manchester United. You guys leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Make sure you subscribe to Red Devils Daily for more content like this coming up. Also, leave a like on the video as well. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And we'll see you guys in a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4.